Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Terribad Tavern. This time on a Tuesday, which is not our normal thing here. But we're here and we're live, and if it's permanent or not is kind of up in the air. We're gonna figure that out. But for now, it's Tuesday and we're here, so I accept it. Um, I am your Dungeon Master Soul, and I am joined by some incredible people. I'm joined by Patty Cake Games, Mystic Raven 13, and the couple of the nerds together who are going to be playing the incredible adventures that you witness the actions of, the, great triumphs of heroism and the war crimes that they don't get any accountability for. Uh, um, I don't think
What
any
war
of you.
crime? He's done nothing.
I was
Leave
gonna
him
say,
alone.
I don't actually think that you guys have committed war crimes. The closest thing was you essentially bombed a house, if that's what you can call it.
Leave.
Allegedly. Um,
All the witnesses were not left alive, so
yeah.
did it really happen?
Well, the
Right
witnesses
on
are all.
the nose.
There are some witnesses alive, ergo the ones who did it.
I
Um,
mean, I didn't see none.
No,
Nobody-
I was in a different room.
Oh my goodness. I haven't posted the last episode to YouTube yet, but I will, so you guys can go back and see all that. But yeah, that pretty much sums up last time. Last time you guys were sort of attacked by a family of vampires, and through some accidental stepping of magical power, glassed a farm, essentially, as Dorcas would say, allegedly. And then after that, discovered that Gildea had been infected by one of the vampires, rushing off to save her in a nearby town, and seemingly doing so with the help of the Blue Flame, which, is good as far as we can tell. But that's where we ended last time.
Why do you gotta throw that in there?
Because if there isn't a sense of mystery, then what are we even doing here? Welcome in J-Snacks for the first time. Also, welcome in Fox. I apologize that I'm usually really good at reading chat, but when I DM, I'm really bad at it because I got notes and I gotta keep story alive. So if I don't respond, I apologize. Hopefully one of the guys below me will. They're usually pretty good at keeping up with it. But thank you all for being here. And I will try to be better at making comments. Regardless, we get back into the action. So, Gildea, you have woken up from your sort of coma that you were in, and Gabriel gave you the information about that they cured you and that it was close, and there's something wrong with your genetics because the vampirism didn't take as it normally would for a person in your position. You were left with that information for a short time, and Gabriel said he would go find your friends. The rest of you have not been able to go downstairs. You, if you remember, are inside the Blue Flames sort of, clan house where they keep all of their things for when they come through. You were kept upstairs so that way you wouldn't disturb the healing process and nothing crazy would happen while you were there. The three of you currently find yourself, this sort of late morning, in the office of Beatrice? Is that the wrong name? I said it and it sounds right, but it might not be.
No, that's right.
It is? It
Yeah.
is. God, I have so many names. In the office of Beatrice, where you guys were originally brought into, so she could get a rundown of what had happened. As you're all sitting there, there's a couple other people, a couple other members in the room. This is their sort of, even though it's an office, it's also sort of like where people hang out now that downstairs is occupied. Beatrice goes, listen, I know it's been a few days, and I'm sorry for keeping you all up here. I understand you're concerned. But I figure I should let you guys know. Some of the people who have been helping Gildea downstairs, well, they've been asking for payment. And when it comes to coin, I would happily covered. But the church is asking for something specific that I don't really know what it is they want. They said they'd give details later. The apothecary who supplied all the medicine and potions and things would like some items replaced. I'm not going to tell you you have to do it, and I'm not going to tell you that, it's a matter of life or death, that it has to happen immediately, but if you're looking for work or, want to repay your debt here, there's a few people around town that apparently could use some help. We do our best, but they're asking for those responsible specifically. I got a few of the jobs here, and she sort of like picks up from a stack of papers, and as she does, the door behind you guys opens, and Gabriel steps in and goes, My apologies, I didn't mean to intrude, but I would like to notify all of you that she is awake.
I get up, I bolt out.
Dorcas immediately scrambles out, rushing downstairs. Azrael and Vasa.
I'm gonna follow, not nearly at as fast of a pace. Vasa, you can take care of this, huh?
Yeah. I'll follow you guys down. I asked Beatrice for the list of the jobs.
She goes, yeah. She kind of hands a couple of crudely made parchments over to you. They kind of look like they're very much like wanted poster-esque, like they were probably on a notice board. Like they would be on a notice board, but they detail individual jobs. And so she hands that to you. She goes, go, please. I'll be down in a minute. And the three of you rush downstairs. Gildea, you're beginning to get, your sense about you. You can see well again. You're not falling asleep. You're able to sit up on your own. And you see your friends rushing downstairs. I'll leave it to you guys.
How do you feel?
Kind of like I got ran over by Simon.
Sorry about that.
Did I actually get run over by Simon?
No.
Okay.
What is the last thing you remember?
Well, I mean, y'all took me out put me in the cart, wouldn't let me heal any of you. And I think I passed out in the carts at some point.
Is Gabriel down there?
Sorry, I had to burp, and I didn't want to peek the mic with that. I was like, oh, it's just gonna be a little burp. I'll be quick, and immediately it came from the gut. No, Gabriel is currently still upstairs where you had left him at the time. So the four of you are alone down here for this minute.
I think you're fine. Did anyone actually find out if she's fine?
Well, you ran out the room, bro, so here we are.
I'm gonna splash some water on her.
Just regular water?
Might as well.
What are you doing?
Roll a medicine check.
That's a natural one.
You could, dude. You splash regular water. You splash regular water on Gildea, hoping it'll do something. Dude, you could swear it sizzles. Like, it could have swore you heard a sizzling sound.
Did they
What the hell
fix
did
that?
you do?
Oh my
I
god.
saw someone do that once with a vampire.
I think she's a vampire, Azrael.
don't know. Kind of feel like biting down on somebody's neck right now.
I mean, if you've got that urge, there's the one that blew you out of a window.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that, all right?
Did they say anything to you about your condition?
I mean, seems like they prevented most of the infection.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. They said something about it being weird. I'm not really sure on the specifics.
Well, maybe they found the stick up your ass and needed to do something with it. Are we not laughing about this now? Okay.
At this point, Beatrice and Gabriel find their way downstairs. And Gabriel sort of looks at you a little odd and goes, I assure you, no stick was found. We didn't check. Oh, never mind. He walks over to you, Gildea, and sets a small vial in your hand of some clear liquid. And he goes, just for a blessing. Again, as I mentioned before, I'll be at the church just up the road if you need me.
Thank you.
I'm gonna nudge Asriel and be like, "That's probably holy water. You'd be better off with that one."
Oh, it has to be holy water?
Yeah.
That actually makes a lot more sense.
Gabriel turns to the three of you and goes, are there any questions that need answered before I return?
Is she fine?
Yes, she's... I mean, as fine as one can be after being infected by a vampire, but... Yeah, I mean...
Is she going to bite any of us?
Not that I am aware. You know, very few people have ever been cured, so she may have some violent tendencies, odd food cravings, but honestly, I don't know how the recovery process goes.
So nothing different. Got it.
Alright. Well, I wish you all the best of days, and hopefully we'll see you all soon.
Thank you for all of your help.
Of course.
Aye.
He finds his way out the front door, and Beatrice walks over and she goes, so, she sits in one of the chairs off to the side of the room. She goes, what's all of your plan now?
I need to have a word with your automaton friend before I figure.
Alright. He's... Well, I don't really know where he's at right now. He's probably somewhere in town. You could find him. But, yeah. Do you guys plan on sticking around a while? Do you have to get going? It's entirely up to you, of course. I don't know what you were working on before all of this.
Well, we do need to get back to the house.
Did your searchers find Susan?
So we sent a huntsman in town to do some tracking, and he said that he found tracks from the chicken doing some wandering in the field nearby, and then there were regular boot prints. He followed the boot prints for a little while, they went off into the woods, and the trail went cold. So, assumingly someone picked the chicken up, and if she was wearing armor like you guys say, they probably aren't going to cook and eat her because chickens don't normally wear armor. They'll probably look for, a specific reason for her existence. I will say that there aren't really any houses out there. There's a religious commune, but he said that the prince were headed in the opposite direction. Um, but we'll keep some eyes and ears out. We have people who go out and do jobs in the woods, so if we hear anything, we can of course call you.
If there was a trail, it's possible we can find her.
Possibly. I
Thank
mean,
you.
of course, you can take a look around the area if you go back. I can't guarantee you anything, but I wish you the best of luck.
I guess we'll stick around here for a bit and have a look at this list of jobs that you've given.
Sure. So there is, she points to the stack of papers you have. She goes, there's one for the church that actually, Gabriel is from. They've got some task, not quite sure. Like you said, the church wasn't being specific. They kind of play things close to their chest. And then the other is the apothecary that came through town that gave all the medicines and things. I think he's got a stall set up in the market, but it's up to you guys if you want to do them. Yeah, so I'll be here mostly if you need anything. Got a couple things I need to do in town. Doing my business from here, so if you find William, then great. And yeah, that's all I got for you.
Very well. Excuse me. I'm gonna get up and leave.
Just leave the house entirely?
Yes.
Okay. Beatrice kind of nods and stands up from her chair. She goes, I'll be in my office. I will see you guys around. And she
I'm
hits...
gonna go over to Gildea and be like, weird cravings, huh? Nothing right now.
No. Chicken wings are starting to sound good.
Right. Okay. So have you tried any of the turkey wings? Because they're next level.
Think so.
Okay. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna go to the kitchens and go find someone to make turkey wings.
Okay.
All right. Azrael?
I'm going to go see if I can find a weapon shop.
Got it? G'day, are you just gonna chill and wait for Vaza then?
Yeah.
Alright then.
Kind of like not trusting my body totally yet.
Gotcha. Still kind of getting into the groove of it, loosening up. Be like, oh, jeez.
Yeah.
It is so great to see so many people in chat. Hi, everyone. Like I said, I'm gonna try to say hi every now and again. We'll go, I guess, in sort of order. Dorcas, you rush out. I assume you're going to find William.
Yes.
All right. You search around town for a little while. This town, it sits on the edge of a lake. So, excuse me. I am so burpy right now. I drank one Dr Pepper already, and I'm on my second. And it's a problem. So you gone about looking around. It sort of the town sort of climbs this hill, right off the lake. There is a very large, sort of official-looking house, much bigger than the other ones, up the hill. As you slowly work your way down, in the center of the main town, sort of oddly, you guys saw it when you came in. There is a well, which after looking at it for a second, you realize why would they need a well if they border a lake? But it's there. It has no pail attached to it, so it does seem to be primarily aesthetic. As you walk around, you do eventually find William. He's not hard to miss, considering he is a giant warforged. He is standing in the market, sort of having a conversation with another townsperson. You approach, and he waves that person away. just doing pleasantries, and goes, "Hello."
Good day. I was wondering if you'd heard anything about that item I wish to procure.
I did, actually. He doesn't really have any pockets, but he has this large satchel that he has on his side, and he digs through it a little bit and pulls out a scroll of paper that seems to like, when you hold paper up to the light and you can see the writing through it,
Mm-hmm.
you sort of, even though it's rolled up, you see that sort of effect happening on this scroll. And he goes, "Now, I talked to the local scribe. At short notice, this is the best he can do. It won't raise anyone, but it'll give you a chance to talk with them for a minute."
Will they think they're alive?
Hard to say. Um, it's not exactly. Listen, I I beat stuff up. You know, I'm not exactly known for magic. He hands the scroll over to you and goes, "My best guess is that it will do something to what you're trying to go for, but again, it's not bringing anyone back from the dead. Just briefly here. I don't know if that
That's
means
all
it
I needed.
brings. I don't know if that means it brings a spirit forth. I don't know if the person's body actually resurrects. I don't know."
No, I appreciate what you've done. What do I owe you for it?
Oh, don't worry about it. You guys went through a lot, and it honestly was nothing to get a hold of it.
Thank you.
Of course. Gildea has stepped away for a minute, so we will go to Azriel, looking for a weapon shop. You find a smith nearby the edge of the lake shore as you're looking around. It's not an entire big store. He has sort of an outside forge and a main, shop area that you can step up to. A very large half-orc man is just hammering away at an anvil as you approach.
Ah, my good blacksmith.
He turns and looks over his shoulder. He goes, "A second!" And sort of slams down. Sparks fly up from him striking the metal he hit, and you see him plunge it down into some like a water trough next to him. He throws down his tools and sort of wipes his hands. He goes, "All right, how can I help you?"
Well, I have recently been entangled with the undead. So I am looking to procure a weapon of silver so that it does not happen again.
Okay, when you say entangled and undead,
We don't need to go into the details.
okay, you saying that worries me more that we need to go into the detail. You know what? Nope, not my bit. You need a silver weapon.
I do.
Great. He goes, "Do you want to make a weapon you already have silver, or do you want me to make a new one?"
I pull out my rapier,
Okay.
and I was like, well, what can you do with this?
He takes it from you and he sort of looks at it. You see him sort of like tap it against a couple things to test its durability. He goes, "Yeah, I could reforge this. Can you do without it for a day or two?"
I could probably manage.
All right. Yeah. Are you providing the silver, or do I need to take from my own materials?
You will probably need to take from your own, unless there's a bank around here where I can exchange some currency.
Closest one is in the city, and that's about a half a day's ride. So,
I will reimburse you the gold then.
fantastic. He sets the weapon aside. He starts writing. He pulls out some paper and starts writing a few things down. Takes your name. And do you give him the name Azrael?
I do.
Okay. You're always a little on the fence about what name you give people, so I just wanted to be sure. He writes everything down and he goes, all right. So, it'll be about 50 gold for me to use from my own supplies and do everything. If you provide the server, I can knock it down to 40, but we'll have to go with what we have.
Fantastic.
I'll try to make it fast. I have a couple other orders for the stablemen and stuff, but this is a very nice blade. I know you want it back. Give it 2 days, and it should be done.
Thank you, good sir.
All right. He takes the sword. He goes, "You can pay now or after you get it back. Doesn't make a difference to me as long as I get paid."
I give him the 50 gold.
Okay. He takes it from you and sort of rips off one of the sections that he was writing down on and hands you some information with your name on it, and the sword and all the details about payment. He goes, "That's just so I know that you paid already." He goes, "I will see you in a couple days then."
All right.
Great. That's it. You are able to get a hold of some turkey wings that are made in the kitchen of the main house and bring them out to Gildea, who is... Gildea, do you eventually... So you're on a dining table. Do you get off of it and, like, sit at it, or do you just sit on the end of the dining table? Because you're saying, like, you're starting to get your body, back to its normal self.
I'd say by now I've gotten off of the table.
Already?
Standing nearby.
So, as you come in and Gildea is, at the table waiting for you, you got this big plate of turkey wings to come in and just eat with her.
I'm gonna stick down the turkey wings. I've also I've managed to get like a couple raw ones, just in case that craving happens.
Okay. Gonna sniff at the raw ones.
Anything?
Make a... What kind of check should I have?
Oh boy.
Oh no! A what check? I'm sorry.
I'm checking because I want to see. I have one in my head, but I want to make sure there isn't a better one for this. Make a survival check.
Oh god.
That's not good.
Oh, that's like not a normal thing. At least it's not on my skill list.
Is it not? It should be.
It should be all the way at the bottom, yeah, below stealth.
Yeah.
It's a wisdom.
Yeah, you're actually proficient in it.
Well, what does she add? Do you...
+4.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it's a 7.
7. The raw ones are actually like oddly, tantalizing. Like it's not that you are like, yes, these ones above the other ones, but you do like have a desire to try them.
For some reason, I want to try this,
Really?
but that seems weird.
Can I? Okay, so I'm gonna hold out my arm and be like, "Sniff me."
Do I have to
Yeah, do a survival again.
Oh no!
Okay, that's a little better. It's a 10.
It's a 10.
So that's what, 14?
Not
Yeah,
as
No, 10 total.
not as grabbing. It's
I mean,
it's
sorry.
you smell her and it's like, yeah, no, like not as.
Yeah, you're not as appetizing as that. Which
I like
mean,
that.
no offense meant. I'm, you're pretty, but like, that also doesn't mean that I want to eat you. I
Good to
think.
know.
Is there strange sexual tension forming right now?
A member of the
don't know.
Blue Flame walks in and goes, "Ooh, fucking woo!"
It won't scroll any further down.
I don't know what to tell you. Have you like closed your internet browser? Like, oh,
Are we losing the Gildea
What's right
forums
there?
again?
Okay, now it will let me see them all. I
Odd.
don't know.
So I
Anyway.
guess at least we don't have to worry about you wanting to chew on me or Dorcas.
Apparently you don't.
If you're not, feeling that kind of way about Dragonborn.
Yeah. I mean, that's good.
Tis good.
So,
indeed.
do you feel okay?
I mean, like I will be. I don't know. I still feel weird.
Do you want to go up to the? Is it a church?
Yeah,
Or is
there's
it
one of the jobs you have is for the church that the Silver Flame, the local like
yeah.
church temple, however you would like to call it, their place of worship.
I mean, if nothing else, it would be good to go out for a walk. Been up for seems like a few days, just by how I smell. Ugh.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe I should
you
find
could
a bar
probably do
first.
with like a shower.
Yeah.
There's rooms upstairs. Can you make it up there?
Yeah, I think so.
Do showers exist in this world?
No.
They're like hot bath or
Yeah.
like a tub.
Sounds really nice, actually.
Do you need help?
No,
You don't need help getting up the stairs.
I think I'm okay.
Okay. I'm just gonna like start tucking into turkey wings, not the
What are
raw
you
ones,
fucking
but
for?
Hold on. There was.
the cooked ones.
We'll move over.
I'm
We'll move to the next thing. But the face that Mr. Nerd made when she said, "Do you need help?" after Mrs. Nerd was like, "I think I'll take a shower," was just the most like, "Yeah? Is that where we're going?"
That's your sister!
That wasn't it. Never mind.
No, it just the face was made. I was like, "Oh my god." Where? Okay, so Dorcas, you get the scroll. Where are you headed next?
I'm going to find Azrael.
Okay. Asdro, is there any specific place you are headed after you drop off your sword?
No, I was probably headed back to where we were.
Okay. I would say the two of you run into each other then just a little bit down the road, from the actual building. So you're kind of out in town, walking your way to the Blue Flames headquarters.
Okay, so when I see him, I say, Azrael, might I have a word with you?
Yes?
You mentioned bringing one of them back when this all went down. Do you still want that?
I do.
Then I propose that you and I return there to get the answers that you seek.
What about the other two?
I don't know that they'd let us go once they know what I want to do.
Well, that's enough information for me.
All right. I will. How far away is the house?
It was about a half a day's ride when you guys were using Simon and the wagon. So it would depend on your mode of transportation of how you want to get there. If you want to take Simon and the wagon and go that way, if you
know
want
Like in miles? How far?
Oh God, miles?
Yeah.
That's a great question. Why? Are you trying to teleport?
No, I'm trying. I can summon a phantom steed that can get me somewhere. It's 10 miles an hour, 13 if I push it.
Okay. And it lasts, I guess, a certain amount of time.
Uh,
Is why you're trying to like get that estimate.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, it lasts until I dismiss it.
Then you could summon that steed, and the two of you could piggyback on it and get there. If
And
there's
how
no
long?
time limit. If you used an actual like phantom horse, yeah, it would take you. If it took you half a day with the wagon and everything, it would probably take you 2.5 hours to actually get there.
All right.
Like half a day to do a there and back again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that the way you
All
guys
right.
are gonna go about it?
We can't just go without telling them. It's nothing.
Well, we can tell them that we took a job to help the local town. Since that seems to be something we'll be doing anyways.
I suppose. Very well.
Right. So, do you guys head back inside to let them know?
Yep.
Cool. You go up and bathe. It's hard to reach some parts. Your body's stiff, like bending over and like washing your legs and stuff. Like your body hurts, so it takes you a little bit to loosen up. But the hot water does help. You get clean. You are so you have, I believe, chainmail armor, right? Okay. You're given clothes to replace what goes underneath the chainmail. What you had on was very dirty and bloodstained, so the blue flame provides something for you to replace it with. Uh, but you feel a little looser. You're able to climb the stairs up and down. And I would say at this point, all four of you are reconvening in the main room. Vaza's been really hammering in these chicken wings or turkey wings, so that's where you find yourselves.
Alright. Now I feel like I can eat one of those.
Which one?
Give me the cooked one.
Okay. Don't
Are they
have
not
to get
all cooked?
salty about it.
Experimenting. I don't know how I feel about it.
Hey, sniff
Faza?
Asriel. What?
What does she mean by that?
Okay, so she was bitten by a vampire. I went to the kitchen, I got some cooked turkey wings and some raw ones just to see, you know, if the raw ones were tasty for her. And they are.
Oh,
But
that's
it's
it?
okay. Yeah, well, no, it's okay. I made her sniff me and she doesn't want to eat me. So, you and me are safe. She won't want to touch you either. But you sniff Asriel. See what happens.
I think I'm good.
Why are you being such a baby?
It's a 17.
She just comes up.
Oh,
And
it's a
you just
17.
walk, hold on. You just walk up and you're just like,
Yes.
okay.
You smell him, and it's very similar to when you smell Vaza. Not like, incredibly desirable.
No, you smell just as bad as you did before.
This is good news. This means she won't try and bite us.
Yes,
See?
fantastic news. And I'm gonna
There was
dunk my
method in
hand.
my madness.
I'm gonna dunk my hand in ale.
It's just like there's a small cask over on the side. You're just yes, fantastic. Just like sterilizing it, just like yep.
So, Azrael and I have taken a job,
Oh,
and it will
job?
require and it will take us about half a day to complete it. I figure if we split up some of these tasks, we'll be able to repay our debt sooner.
Which one is it? I'm gonna pull like the list out, and I've got like the list of the jobs.
I'm gonna look over at Azrael and be like, "What the fuck do you want to do with this?"
Ah, yes, it's not going to be on that list, Vaza. We acquired it in town.
Oh,
Make a deception check. With advantage, because Dorcas is helping you.
Thank God for that.
It's the Azrael way.
I don't need it. Natural 20, baby.
What the fuck is with this dice?
Gildea and Vaza, both of you roll insight checks. If either of you get a natural 20, I'll give you the ability to see through it.
now I got 18, man.
Damn. Gildea, not so lucky?
no.
Alright. Yeah. You know, Gildea, you're usually pretty skeptical about what Azrael has to say, but Dorcas is vouching for him for this instance, so they probably found something that needs to be done, and they'll take a little time to do it.
Okay, so we should be back around sundown, you think, Azrael?
That sounds doable.
Right. So, don't get into too much trouble while we're gone.
You, I point to Gildea, don't go getting bit by anything else. We don't need any were-vampires.
Not even a thing.
I don't want to find out, Vaza.
Fair
Hey.
enough.
Hey, you know, you had sex with one, so maybe we should be checking you out
Yeah,
too.
we should.
I didn't get bit by one.
Is that
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure, but not 100% sure.
Why is this conversation on me? I'm not the one that was dying.
all right. We will be back later today. And I just grab Astro. I'm like, let's fucking leave.
Alright, the two of you go outside. Dorcas, you summon your spectral steed.
I do.
I'm assuming that expends a spell slot for you.
It sure does.
And it is fully... do you have an idea of what it looks like? Just out of curiosity.
So it says it's four-legged.
Okay.
I can make it look however I want. So what? Yeah, it's probably gonna be purple.
Purple.
Let's. Oh. Have you ever seen the show Gargoyles? Soul? I know we showed you.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit from you guys.
Okay, you remember their dog? Bronx?
Oh my fucking god.
He's like that, but he's bigger than that because we're riding him. But yeah, it's like that.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. The two of you mount on this thing, and ride off in the direction of where the farm was. We'll cut to you guys in a minute. Vaza and Gildea, your plan for the day. What are you headed for?
What time are we on now? Like midday?
Yeah. I'd say it's hit about noon at this point.
do you feel up for going to the church?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to try.
Okay, let's go see what this item is that they want us to procure.
Okay.
Two of you head out into town. You know, as lively as it can be for noon. You find your way off to the far side of town, in the opposite direction of where the gate that you had entered in from. Stands a, well, not incredibly large, but sizable stone building, with the symbol of the flaming rose up above the door. Uh, there's a few stained glass windows along it, but the main piece that you look at is the massive double door that stands in front of you. Uh, the two of you enter through, and it is rather silent in this room, aside from the sound of a sweeping broom and the occasional footsteps. There aren't pews as we typically know them. There are more sections of pillows surrounding altars throughout, almost like you're supposed to go to a specific altar and pray or worship to that one. Each of these altars has a bright white flame in the center of them, seemingly coming from no specific heat source. Uh, and there are a few individuals dressed in the ways of the silver flame around, just sort of worshiping in their own way. A couple townsfolk as well, praying. Um, who are you going to look specifically for Gabriel in here, or are you going to try to find somebody who seems like they're big in charge? Cool.
I guess Gabriel, because didn't Beatrice say the job came from him?
She said it came from his sort of group. I believe is the way she put it. But if you want to look for him specifically, I mean, you know him. He is off in the corner. He seems to be cleaning one of the altars. That is more closer to one of the walls. The two of you approach, and he gives a sort of half bow to the two of you. He goes, "Hello. How may I help both of you?"
We wanted to find out how we can repay you for everything that you've done for Gildea.
Oh, well, of course. There is an office over here. Please. He leads you over to a door to the side that it has a very small office inside. Tiny desk with two chairs on either side. He goes across and sits at one of the chairs, and the two of you sit across from him. He goes, "So, Beatrice told you that we were looking for work, I presume. Um, s- have either of you been here before?"
No.
Well, you may notice that we have a well in town, in the town center.
The empty one?
Exactly. It is quite useless, to say the least. Um,
Yeah.
but that is its purpose. You see, the well is a red herring. It was put there, from our records, back when the town was first founded. Underneath is a sort of catacomb. It houses the individuals who founded this town and their respective families. Everyone has just been told it's a dried up well that no one uses. Under the town, however, the families aren't exactly well rested. And they. Well, we've been trying to get them to rest. The last individual that we sent down there lost something quite important to our order. There is a set of lanterns that is supposed to hang over the main uh, threshold as everyone walks in. And I don't imagine you would have seen it when you came in, as it sits behind you, but one of them is missing. We sent him with one, hoping that the flame would guide him, and, well, when he never came back, the lantern remained. we need someone, and based off the fact that even though Gildea here was infected, the four of you were able to fight off and survive vampires. We believe that you may be capable to go down and retrieve what we need.
So, when you say they're not resting, is
Yes.
this undead or specifically vampires?
No, 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 no. They're more spectral than that. They aren't vampires. We don't have that sort of issue, and well, from what we can tell, there have been no physical forms. Uh, we have tried to banish them, tried to purify. I can't tell you how many things we've wasted on just trying to get them to rest, and it's not working. We've blessed the ground so many times that your boots would sizzle if they had been in somewhere cursed. But it is unfortunately not working. So yeah, that is the extent of it. If you could go down and retrieve the lantern and bring it back, well, we would be very thankful and probably even reward you a little bit, even though your debt will be paid. It's a very important symbol of our church.
Is there another way into the catacombs, or is it just down through the mouth of the well?
The Baron's house at the top of the hill, you probably saw the large building there. Considering it's the founders, that was the founders' home, they have a cellar entrance that goes into the catacombs. We've only ever used the well because the Baron doesn't quite care for us. He didn't want us to build the church inside the town walls because he doesn't believe in the silver flame. But that's politics that we don't need to get into. Um, we tried to go in that way. He won't let us. It's up to you. But, yeah.
Okay, we'll talk with our group and look into it.
Of course. And if you need any other information that I might be able to give, or assistance in any way, I'll be happy to. Yes, may the flame guide you and your friends. The two of you leave. As you are leaving, you look above the doorway and do realize there is a lantern missing from the threshold, sort of an empty hook where one would be hanging. And where do you guys head off to next, just so I know what we're coming back to? Unless you want to take a minute to think about it, and we can cut to Azriel and Dorcas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure. Azriel and Dorcas, you two are hauling through Savine, headed back to the farmland. As you approach the old farm, the shockwave and the mounds of snow are still there. The house has partially collapsed, and it's mainly just little bits of smoke coming away. From what you can tell by looking at it, the dining room and where the kitchen was are probably the only thing that hasn't fallen in on itself. The living space and the upper floor have both fallen in and sort of collapsed. The fire, as I said, has basically gone out. There's little bits of smoke where a few embers are burning. And the scene is otherwise as you left it. You search around and do inevitably find the bodies of the old vampire family in the back field. They are spread out, but knowing which one you're looking for, you do find her.
Right, which one do you want?
That one.
Alright. I,
Before we do this, do we have anything shiny?
but why?
I have a ploy.
ploy?
In case, whatever you're planning, she is uncooperative.
Believe me, being uncooperative is not an option for her.
I just want to be prepared.
Fine, but if I give this to you, you're going to give it back to me, alright?
Okay.
That didn't sound sincere, but then again, nothing Azrael says does.
I pull out the raw emerald that I have and give it to him.
Oh yeah, because
This
you guys
should
still
work.
got those gems. I forgot about that shit. All right. The two of you are in the sealed Azrael. You're given an emerald. And Dorcas.
Alright. So I pull the scroll out and I read it for a moment.
As you look, what languages do you speak?
Draconic and common.
Okay. You look across the scroll, and for a couple seconds, it's nothing you recognize. But make an intelligence check.
Um, 16.
Okay. Yeah. So as you sort of read it, you realize that this is written in a language commonly used by. It's not exactly a secret language, but when you were going through your schooling to learn how to control mayhem, the schools require you to write in a specific rune script to understand the properties of it. That is what this is written in.
Okay.
So it takes you a second. You're, not sure what it is, but as you scan across it, you recognize and can read it. And I assume you begin channeling this scroll.
Yep.
Okay.
Um,
Go ahead.
So I'll channel it and then gather the energy into my staff.
Okay.
Point it at the body of the deceased vampire.
So it's a weird. This is. You've been going back to back on massive mayhem, right? You've been using a lot of channeled energy, but because you're using your staff, this does take the load off quite a bit. Dorcas, this is another day, another ritual for you. Azrael, you watch as sort of the air around. You know when heat is coming up from the ground and you see the distortion? This sort of wave comes up and begins going towards the crystal at the top of the staff that Dorcas holds. And eventually those sort of waves shoot down towards the vampire. And it takes a few seconds, nothing seems to happen. And this weird effect occurs where the vampire's eyes shoot open. Her mouth also opens, and she takes in a big gasp of air. And as she sits up, it's not her body that sits up. It is, in similar fashion to Doctor Strange, a spectral version of her that sits up as the body is laying on the ground. And she sits up, she goes, she looks around really quickly and sees the two of you, and goes, "You!" And as she reaches out, her hand sort of swipes and goes through your staff. She looks at herself and sort of shakes and looks down. She sees herself laying. She goes, "What happened? Where am I?"
You are dead.
I was... You killed me.
Well, yes. Not me, but him. I probably would have, but I didn't get the chance.
She's sort of looking around, and she looks at the house for a few seconds, and her eyes sort of, focus on it, and she turns and begins looking, and she sees her family throughout the field. She goes, "Oh my god. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Here's how this is going to work. He's going to ask you questions, and you're going to answer them. If you do not, I will make it my life's mission to bring you back in a more solid form and use every creative way I know to hurt you over and over again.
Make an intimidation check.
What?
Did you get scared or no?
That's gonna be a 17.
If tears could well in her eyes, you see the sort of like puffiness of her cheeks and things, but of course nothing is there. She goes, "Just tell me what the fuck you want. Why?"
During our encounter, you mentioned a name. Islana.
Yeah. So
How do you know that name?
I knew her before I got bit. She was a friend of mine.
Tell me about her.
Yeah. Islana. Wood elf woman, beautiful. She worked as one of the we worked together. We were in a traveling circus. She was one of the I don't know, gymnasts, tightrope walker. She did a lot of stuff with like swinging around. Her and her husband. I don't know what you're really trying to find out.
When was the last time you saw her?
I mean, I got. She kind of, sits and scans for a second. She goes, I mean, it would have been over 100 years. The fire. Yeah. There was a fire at the circus one year, and a lot of people didn't make it out. I don't think she did. I mean, they closed the circus a couple months after that. We only had like one or two other shows. I didn't see her or her husband after it, so I assumed, you know, um, that, that's all I remember from her, at least.
My question is, why would you taunt me?
Taunt you? I didn't taunt you. Elves name their offspring in a similar way to them. I assumed that you had a similar name because your family had similar names. I didn't know. She kind of goes, I mean, hell, she kind of like gestures to herself and then like looks down at her actual physical form. She goes, I look, I was Drow, dark elf. I mean, we do the same thing. And I don't know if you notice, there aren't many of my kind, just like how there aren't many of yours. Names kind of get reused.
Well, it seems that there's even less of your kind now.
That's fucked up. That's me. Hi, I'm Soul. That's fucked up.
The laugh that I also just did, Dorcas does that.
She gets this look of disgust as she looks at you. She goes, "This is fucking funny and joyous to the two of you. We weren't gonna kill you. There were too many of you.
Really?
We were just gonna fucking feed. You know how hard it is that you have to live off pumping blood, and because you can't go anywhere in the fucking daytime, you have to serve and feed yourself off of dead bodies you find on the fucking road? Drinking deceased blood, praying that God forbid they didn't have maggots or something. We were just happy to have a fucking, essentially what you would equate to a hot meal, not rations. Why would we kill you? We had no reason.
So we would have been
almost
livestock.
You would have left. We weren't gonna keep you. If we were gonna keep you, you wouldn't have ever fucking made it upstairs.
Your mistake.
So what do you want with me now? Just gonna let me sit here and grieve my fucking family? Or do you have some sick, twisted idea of what the fuck you want to do?
Israel?
I think that's all I need from her.
You are very lucky that the person who you all fed upon did not turn.
Oh. Lucky, yeah.
Or I would.
Dead, face down in the fucking snow. Look at the house.
Hey. Look what I did.
Yeah.
Do you really think reanimating you and your family to visit untold tortures upon you is beyond my skill?
I don't care what your skill is. It's not a matter of skill. God damn it. Look what you did! And she's like, raising her voice and getting very, obviously frustrated at this point. She goes, you wiped out a house. You killed an entire family. I'm surprised your friend here isn't fucking dead. You just did that.
I'm quite fine, actually.
And that means nothing to you. Killing a family, destroying a household. Fuck, look at the crater you damn near left. That just means nothing. You brought me back to life. Or close to it.
I cut the spell off.
You cut it off, and she starts her next sentence as she's like, do you have any idea what and the spectral form of her fades, and her voice kind of echoes off. And the two of you are just sort of left there in the field.
I don't want you to pay any mind to what she was saying. You essentially eradicated vermin. And had you not done that, I'm not sure Gildea would be alive.
Eradicating them is not something I'm sorry about. Nearly taking you all with them is.
But you didn't.
Aye. There is one more thing I wish to do while we are here.
Find Susan, yes.
Exactly. Do you think you can pick up the trail that they said went cold?
I can try.
Then let us do that.
What would I need to roll for that?
Make me a survival check. At least I think so. I'm gonna check.
Okay.
Were you trying to find a way that you could?
I was trying to find if anything else would be better.
Yeah, I mean, there's that. I mean, I could say nature. Survival
Why, how about it?
feels.
What's your survival at?
No, I prefer survival to nature.
Yeah, he's got a +2 to survival and a -1 to nature.
Oh,
That's a 18.
Okay, let me see. So, I will say, it's been a couple days. The trail has, wind, snow, whatever it is. You find the trail that they talked about, where it seems that Susan's body eventually landed after the explosion. You find a bunch of kicked up snow. You see chicken prints around. As you sort of follow those, you eventually find footprints. Um, One thing you do find weird about these footprints, there is no entrance trail. There's just sort of a set of footprints, a couple steps forward where they meet the chicken prints, and then the prints turn around and head for the tree line. The pace seems like a steady walk, not a sprint. There are sections where the prints sort of fade in and out because of the snow blowing that has happened since. Eventually, when you do hit the tree line, you see some sections where snow's been kicked up. And you get about 30 to 40 yards into the tree line when there's just been so much activity in the woods from, critters running across the ground, tree branches falling. The trail becomes significantly difficult to recognize. I don't know if there's anything else you'd like to do from seeing that.
There is, but if you want to go back to them for a little while, that's fine, because...
Sure. Vaz and Gildea, what is your guys' next step having left the Silver Flame?
You want to go down the well, or should we try the Baron?
I mean, what is your experience? Have you been about town at all since we've been? How long have we even been here? Don't even know.
We got stuck upstairs in that house, not able to come down until we were told you were okay. So this here is the most outside I've been.
Oh, well, bother. I was wondering what kind of reception you'd received, if there was a dragonborn bias to one direction or the other.
Not really. We've just kind of dealt with the blue flame guys, but we could have a wander about, see what the general reception is. There was a guy that wanted help with some of the poultices that they used for you, so I guess we could start there.
Sounds easy enough.
Cool. You guys have a walk about town, slowly making your way to the marketplace where you were told that the apothecary was. Something you notice that trying to get a vibe of what this town is like, primarily human. There's of course the half-orc blacksmith, and a couple occasional dwarves. Another one of those rare races you don't see quite often. But you do eventually find your way to the market where a stall has been set up, not like a permanent storefront. That a excuse me, tiefling man is sitting at. He has a few, small scientific potion making things scattered about, a couple glass vials for you guys to peruse, and plenty of herbs and things that are sitting about. You guys passing notes in class?
Maybe.
No, I was busying myself with illustrating what was it, the church, not the church, the whatever of the Silver Flame that we were just at.
You're good.
It's pretty good.
I'm a bad artist, so any drawings of anything we do here is fully accepted. Because I can't fucking do it.
So is this the guy that needs us to replenish stocks, or is this just is this like an independent trader?
The based off the fact that he seems to be the only, potion maker in town, yeah, he would be the guy that's like, hey,
Okay.
if you get some stuff that I use back, we can call it even.
Okay. So I'm just gonna ask, what is it that you need us to get?
Yeah. He's very something you notice about him. He's very fidgety. He's very quick. He's kind of jittery when he moves around. Um, he goes, yeah, of course. Let's see. I used a couple different potions and a couple different elixirs. They took quite a lot from me. Let's see.
Wait. What does this guy look like?
He's a tiefling man.
Okay, never mind.
Why?
Because he's giving me Anzin vibes.
No. He sort of looks about in the different things that he has, and he goes, so, one of the major things that they took from me, and one of the major things that I used is, they took some poison diffusers, they kind of try to get the poison out of your system, and I can make more of those. I just need very specific glands from a certain thing. Lucky for you, I know where some are held up. Now, there's a cave just on the other side of the hill, and he points the hill that, of course, this town is built on. He goes, there's a cave just on the other side of the hill that has a small cluster of a specific kind of monster in it. They have poison-absorbing glands. So I just need the glands from about 3 of those, and we can call it even.
Okay. Is this a monster that we would be familiar with?
How do you say that name? Got it. He goes, I don't know how familiar you are with monsters of the area. It's called a quaggoth. And you guys can roll your intelligence to see if you know anything about those if you'd like.
Ooh.
6. I don't know shit.
That's just like a quagmire? What?
Giddy.
Again, I'm sorry.
What was it?
What am I rolling again?
Your intelligence?
Intelligence.
Yeah.
Oh, so just adding intelligence modifier. Got it.
Yep.
God. Oh, I don't have one of those. Okay, so 15.
15? Yeah, you know a little bit about these guys. Little bit you know is that quaggas are typically pack animals that live underground. And what he says about the poison is right. They are resistant to poison. You don't know much about how big their packs are, what the hierarchy of packs is. You don't know much about that. You just know, yeah, they're pack animals that live underground and they resist poison.
Okay. Alright, well, sounds easy enough.
They're kind of gorilla looking. Short hind legs, very large, muscular front arms. So yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, like I said, just get the glands out of 4 of them. They're usually, if you're not familiar with their biology, located like right next to where the heart would be, so you're gonna have to cut them open and dig pretty deep. But aside from that, yeah, 4 of those, and bring them back here. We'll call it good.
Okay. Well, Vaza, shall we?
Going on a trip.
Yep.
Let's. Have you put on your armor since we left, or are you still wearing the
tunic?
The tunic.
I mean, I don't go anywhere without my armor, so.
So we're good. We're ready to just go.
Good to go.
Cool. Let's go.
So you guys are gonna
Let's
head
go,
over.
Let's go get some gorilla things.
Yes.
All right. We will cut to the next thing. I do want to go on a small break. I personally really need to use the restroom. And I see a couple of our members here have gotten some food, so give them a minute to eat as well. So we're going to go on a short break, everybody. We're not going to play any music or anything because my audio is a little screwy. But once that is done, we will be right back with more. So we'll return shortly, everyone. folks, we have returned. Hello, hello, welcome. There's a cat now. Alright, before we go anywhere real quick, I just want to say hi to everyone in chat. Thank you all for being here and hanging out. I see Antiloquy, Momo, Fox, Coon, all you guys. It means a lot for you to be here, and all you guys lurking too. It's awesome. And so thank you very much. These guys have been great about, writing to you guys in chat and commenting and stuff. And so thank you guys for that, players, because I can't always do it because I'm so in my head about what I'm saying.
So invested
So
in all of
invested.
the intrigue that he is creating.
He's creating a lot.
I'm trying to, at least.
He's doing good.
Okay.
Is this nerd
Why
still
is she-
tired?
Why are you tired?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Probably because I keep yawning. Has nothing to do with the game.
It's been a week, Chad, and
Yeah.
it's only been 2 days.
Yeah, it's, from what I understand, it's definitely been a time for all of us here. Just, I didn't stream at all last week. Nerds were talking about their day, and it was a day. So all of us got stuff going. So feel free to feel tired, everyone. We can't be tired. We got to bring you guys the content and the entertainment. But yeah, so we will go. We didn't spend a lot of time with Gildea and Vaza, so I guess we will go to you guys. This is gonna be an interesting thing because if you guys get into combat, then we're gonna have to jump between combat and like relax scenes, which I feel like we've done before here. But you guys find your way up over the hill to a rather, there are occasional plots of trees that create denser wooded areas, but it's primarily just field beyond this hill. So it is not terribly difficult to find a out-jetting section of rock and cave opening. As you approach, there is a sort of smell that definitely comes from this cave. One of just filth, like a wet dog rolled around in manure kind of thing. It's bad. As you approach the cave mouth, is there a specific way you want to discuss going about this, or ideas you have?
Is it big enough that we could stand up in the cave, or?
Yeah, so the cave mouth is definitely big enough to where you can walk up to it, and if you were to reach a hand up, you wouldn't. You could almost, but not quite touch the ceiling.
Okay, so it's big enough that is it like if we went in, would we have to be like single file?
No, it's wide.
Okay.
You could think like generic wolf's den.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to scout around the area just to see if there are any like bolt holes or any other like exit or entrances of the cave.
Oh, like the surrounding environment.
Yeah, so like is there like another way in or another way out?
Check investigation.
Oh, nat 20.
Look at that.
Ooh.
So you notice that there are a few holes kind of surrounding this area, not incredibly out. So you don't see that like it would be a massive cave system beneath. But the sections of holes that you see are wide enough for you to fit in, but you'd have to like crawl through it. They seem to be burrow holes coming out of this mound that the cave goes into. So you would say maybe these are ways for things to get in and out, but it, for you at least, wouldn't be easy.
How many of them are there?
You see 4 scattered about the cave, aside from the initial entrance.
And they're like, so if they were escaping out of it,
Mhm.
would they be having to crawl as well?
So you not knowing much about these animals, but getting the little bit of information that you could get from Gildea, these things are about, uh, you know, mortal size, like, you know, as big as you guys are, maybe just a tiny bit
Okay.
bigger. So if
So
you
if they
had to
were coming
guess,
out, they'd have to like crawl as well.
yeah, it would be a sort of burrowing deal. So
Okay.
these are either them burrowing in or burrowing back out.
I have a plan.
Okay.
I propose that we block 3 of the 4 tunnels. So there's 1 remaining.
Okay.
And then we try and smoke them out from the main cave entrance. If we build up like a wooden barricade, set it alight, and then they would have to funnel out of it, and we can kill them there and then harvest what we need. Because they could only come out one by one, and then we're not overwhelmed.
That's true. I like that plan.
Okay, I'm going to start gathering stuff from the surrounding area to start blocking up the holes.
Okay.
All right.
Me too.
What? I feel like there's a check that has to be made to see how well you block up holes. But I don't know what it would be. Also, Jewel is here. Hello. I have to comment on when Jewel enters. Otherwise, I'm not good at my job. uh, I'd say make a nature check to see
Yeah.
if you can find good enough things around to do that.
14.
Okay. 14. All right. Because there's only certain sections of woods around and it's primarily field, it's kind of difficult to find good equipment. You know, you find the occasional large field stone, and you're able to plug up these holes. However, you can't say they're perfectly blocked. You know, it's
Okay.
not like you mortared in a wall. It's the
Yeah.
best covering you can do.
Well, it's gonna be mostly you because I rolled a 2.
Yeah,
So apparently I got a few pieces and then I got real tired. So
that tracks. Yeah, I would say the two of you working together, that's, you're able to plug up the ones you want to plug, but it's a little haphazard.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Do you wanna be the one to light the fire at the mouth of the cave and I do the chopping? Seeing as, couple of stones, you got a little bit sleepy.
fine.
Also, if they run at you, you can just smack them out the way with your shield.
It's true.
Okay. I'm gonna go and, like, stand above, because, if I have high ground, I have advantage. Of of the exit. And I'm gonna have both of my hand axes so that I can do like a double chop and try and aim for like the side of the neck just to kind of clean kill whatever comes out as it shoves its head out of the hole.
Okay. This is so Azriel. How the fuck is Vaza doing this?
I'm a bad influence.
Yeah, apparently. Okay. Before we get into this, because this is gonna be interesting, we're gonna jump over to Dorcas and Azrael real quick. But we're coming back. So just sit in that for a second. Dorcas and Azrael, you find where you see the trail has gone somewhat cold, in the woods.
All right.
What you got? See that you now have your staff, which means he's got to do some rolls.
I've had my staff the whole time.
I didn't notice it before.
Yeah. But I do have it. No, I don't actually have to roll for this. I don't think anyway. No. So I start. I look over to Azrael and I ask, describe Susan's armor.
Okay, I found this on the web.
I didn't talk to you, Siri. I have not touched this thing. It's just sitting there.
Oh my god!
Oh shit!
Like, it's your staff coming away.
Oh
Like,
shit!
God, you're talking. Here's what I recall.
Oh my god!
Seriously, Susan's armor. I know this one.
Oh damn, that's great.
I actually kind of want to know what the search results were.
Right?
Don't worry, I got this. Azrael, describe Siri. Don't worry, Azrael, I got this. Oh shit! That was good. Fuck.
When you're metagames, this is gonna
Right.
be a game.
Oh my god. Anyway. Oh shit.
So I describe Susan's custom armor.
Yeah.
All right. As he's talking, I'm channeling power through my staff, and when he finishes, I let out the words "Duo et uno," and I am doing a tracking spell on that armor.
Duo Uno. I know that one.
Tell me about this tracking spell.
So, if the object I'm searching for is within 1,000 feet, I can be directed to its exact location. If it is outside of that, then it will just kind of be like a compass and point me in the general direction of the item.
Interesting. Okay. You okay, so you channel through your staff.
Yeah, and I remember I've got like the crystal thing on the end of my staff, so it's like floating now.
Mhm.
Gonna function as arrow if it.
Yeah, the crystal sort of tilts and starts turning like a dial on a compass. And that is essentially what you begin to follow.
Yep.
You guys walk for a while through these woods. And hang on, let me look at my map here. There gets to a point when you leave the woods. You go like beyond the other side of the woodland borders, and you are in a large field. But the compass is still pointing straight out. Based off of being able to judge where you're at and where you're going, you can. Dorks, you've been to Savine before. if you continue this way, if you keep walking this direction, you will eventually go through a few hills, and then you will hit the capital of Savine. Um, but you also know that from the angle you are currently at, you will have to go through the Fey Woods, which is I won't have you roll anything for this, a very mayhem-centered, dangerous woodland area.
Okay.
That is what you gather by, I've been to this area before, I know what direction I'm heading.
Azriel,
Yes.
I do not think it would be wise for us to travel the rest of the way without the others. I was hoping she would be...
How far is it?
Well, from what I can tell, we're probably going to have to go to the capital, which is where we're going anyway. But if we go from this direction, we're going to go through the Feywilds. And we don't want to do that. Not just the two of us.
What's there?
Magic, mayhem, all manner of beasties that might do us harm. And with what happened to the house, I'm not sure I trust myself near raw mayhem at this point in time.
Point taken.
Do you remember when Vaza and Gildea told you about beating that man who had us play his strategy game senseless, and you said you do not remember?
Yeah, I don't know what they were talking about.
You are sincere.
Yeah, I just punched him.
If you're wanting to
I
make an
would-
insight check, you can. If that's like,
No,
it's up to you. I
Oh.
mean,
I believe him.
we know he's being honest, but it is up to you.
I wish I didn't remember some of the horrible things I've done.
Wait, are you telling me I did more?
You did a lot more.
I thought Vaza was just pulling my chain. What did I do?
You beat him within an inch of his life.
Did he deserve it?
Probably.
Oh, okay, I don't feel so bad then.
Still,
Well, that's that.
all I'm saying is I envy you for not remembering. Ah, one other thing. The emerald that I gave you.
Ah, yes. Let me see, where did I put that? I pull it out and I give it to him.
Okay.
I was waiting to see how honest you were going to be about that.
Shall we go back then?
Ah, yes. Hold on, Susan. We will find you.
At least we know that we can find her. When we get to the capital, we'll find her.
At least her armor.
Aye, well, if you just... maybe there's something more we can do with that once we're there.
Let's hurry
Okay.
back so we can hurry back this way.
So I summon my steed yet again.
Now, I do have a question on this. Why haven't we used this all along?
Because I didn't know I could do it until recently.
Magic is weird.
I
That's like
am
me
the-
not knowing I could do a flip.
It's not...
You know, sometimes I'm going to be... Hey, hi, I'm Sol. Sometimes you can't do a flip.
Try convincing Azrael of that.
I know I can't, but
Let me just put it this way. Until I met all of you, all my magic power I put toward doing illusion and prestidigitations and that kind of thing. Making light sparkle. That's all I was told I was good for.
So you're saying I make you powerful?
You know what? Maybe you do. I don't know.
Interesting.
I just know that that kind of power maybe has more of a price than I feared it did. Because, despite what you said about the vampire and what she said, don't you think there is something a little bit wrong with the fact that I did not care?
But she was bad.
Vampires have. Some of them live amongst people all the time. Sure, there are ones that prey on others, but not all of them.
She bit Gildea. Or they bit Gildea.
One of them did, yes.
So can you tell me you were wrong?
No.
Well,
But
then
maybe
it's
I'm
settled.
starting to be afraid that I don't know the difference anymore.
Well, can you tell me any other time where you've had this dilemma?
Aye, right after you beat the one man within an inch of his life.
But you said he deserved it.
It's what happened after that.
What happened?
He died. Because I killed him.
But you said he deserved it. I don't understand what you're getting at, Dorcas.
I said he deserved what you did to him. I don't know that he deserved to die. But he was vulnerable, and I was powerful, and I made him suffer. Well, probably not. His head didn't really exist after I blew it to smithereens, but that's not beside the point.
I fail to see the problem.
Maybe there isn't one.
Maybe there isn't. Maybe you just think there is.
As I said, I envy you. You seem to do
Uh,
things with such confidence. I wish I had it.
I know many do envy this charm and grace and skill with a blade and finesse and fashion sense.
and then he kept naming things about himself.
All of those things. All right, let's get back.
Sounds good.
So, here we get into some fuck shittery now. Coming back. Alright. I'm gonna say, Gildea, you don't need any help lighting a fire. You don't need a roll or anything. I'd say you can light a fire. Vazzy, okay, so you're above this hole with
Yeah.
2 hand axes.
Yeah.
And you're essentially trying to, like, sideswipe anything that comes through at the neck.
Yeah.
Okay. It's time for an ink blot die.
Oh,
God.
fuck.
No.
Jeez.
What have you done, Vaza?
Hopefully something amazing.
Hopefully something amazing. Gildea, you light the fire at the face of the cave. And you go a little bit into the cave so the smoke actually fills in and goes, throughout it. And down the cave, you hear this sort of like this guttural growling sound, which multiplies and gets louder. And for a second, it gets closer and then recedes. The flames and smoke and everything, you don't have any dark vision, so it's difficult to see beyond this fire that you've built. as eventually you start to feel the mound you are on shake, and you hear this growling sound coming up through the tunnel you are standing over. Here's where things get interesting. Make me an attack roll. I won't throw you into an issue yet, but make me your attack roll.
What die do you want me to use?
Oh, just like your regular attack. Like if you were to make an attack with this hand axe, however you would do it.
Okay.
Excuse me.
12.
12. Okay. This the front of this hole sort of expands and the snow comes out as one of these quaggas, which you now see are, as I mentioned, this sort of ape-looking creature. It has fur all along its back. It's bright blue in color. It has sort of a goblin head. As you swing the axes down and make your attack, you smack the sides of its neck, and when you hit, there is this sort of ping that happens as you strike, and your axes ricochet off of a very tough section of its neck that it appears to have. As you fly back, it comes out of the face of the hole, and as you ready yourself, another follows it. And I'm gonna need the two of you to roll initiative.
Okay. Oh, I'm not that excited about it.
$16.
Alrighty, give me a second here. I need to get my book.
Right. What did you get?
I got a 6.
Oh no.
That's feels bad, my dude. So we got 16 and 6. And I got... Alright. That's it. You will be up first.
Yeah. Hi.
You are faced with two of these quaggoths that have jumped out of the hill. And are turning to you because you definitely hit one of them. Let's see. Yeah.
Okay. Are they both looking at me?
One of them is. The other is sort of, it just came out, so it's getting its bearings of what it is looking at.
Okay. I'm gonna go and try and hit the one that's rounded on me. Instead of going for like the neck, I'm gonna go for like mid belly swipe with the hand axes.
Alright. Go ahead and roll me your attack.
24.
That absolutely hits. Jesus.
All right.
Okay. 7 damage for each axe.
Okay. Alright. Any other attacks for you? Or other things that you would like to do?
just step to the side after I've done that, so I put a little bit of like distance between me and it, just to see like if it falls or anything. So I'll just kind of like do like come in like that and then just sidestep slightly.
Gotcha. Okay. I do not have a specific battle map for this, John, so I apologize. I usually have a battle map. This one is just more in my head, and I apologize. I will try to be as descriptive as possible. The two Quaggas are going to be up, and then Gildea, you'll be up, and then we'll do kind of a world thing. Not quite a fate roll, but alright. So the one that you attacked is going to go after you, of course. Try to. I need to get an actual dice roller. I roll too many mulligans. Alright. That's a 20, dirty 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So. Four damage.
Okay.
Excuse me. And it is going to take a second swing. 14.
Nope.
Okay, that one, it takes its first slash with its closer arm and catches you just a bit, and the other one comes down, but you are too nimble in your move to get an actual hit in. The second one sees this attack occurring and is going to also come at you now that it sees that its friend is in the process of fighting.
Cool.
That one definitely hits. That's a 19 without any modifiers.
Yep.
7 damage.
Okay.
It will go for its second. 16 to hit.
Nope.
Alright, so the second one also will not hit. It does catch you for the first one though. Gildea, you are up. The growling and everything occurs, and you hear the ting that occurs when Vaza strikes with her axes, and the grunting now much louder, coming from the outside of the cave.
Yep, definitely gonna, rush back around to that side, see if I can help her out.
I will say that when they rushed and came out, you are able to get over there. I would say, have enough movement to get. There is one closer to you. It's the one that is kind of behind Vaza that came from the second attack. You'll have enough movement to get over and attack, but you won't be able to move otherwise, like try to get around or give yourself a better position.
Okay.
So you are able to get there in your movement.
Sweet. Well, I'm gonna use that Morning Star. Or should I throw my shield?
Oh.
I don't know. I mean, because there's how many of them that we're fighting at the moment?
Currently 2.
Okay. I'm gonna just focus on the one. We're just gonna attack. Okay. How about a 19?
That does hit.
Alright. Are you? Alright, the D8 almost at the bottom. Sweet. Okay, so that is piercing damage. It's gonna take 11.
Alright.
I rolled an 8. Okay.
Sweet. Alrighty. Any other?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it again because I get to attack twice.
Aha! The gift of leveling.
Nat 20!
No shit.
Fuck yes.
Alright, so you will, okay. We change it every time. And I know I wrote it down somewhere, but I forgot.
You roll it. No, the past times have been the same. You just roll double.
Just roll damage
Double.
twice?
Or you double what you roll.
Okay,
That's
so
what we've been doing.
whatever you roll, double it.
Okay. So double it and then add up my modifier.
No,
I think you do modifier.
Add
No,
your
no.
modifier, get everything, and then double what the total is.
Cool. That's gonna be 20 piercing.
Holy shit, you got 10? Fuck.
Yeah, with the modifier.
Alright. You fuck him up. Okay. Is that your turn? Did she answer another here? Is that gonna be your turn?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Azrael and Dorcas, both of you roll me athletic checks.
Okay. Oh wow. 15.
8.
15 and 8. Okay. I am systematically finding out how long this battle takes versus how long you have been headed towards home to see if you arrive. Or if you arrive. Because don't know. You could roll bad and not make it. We will be back with Vaz.
Okay. The one that I hit, how's it looking?
Sorry, give me 1 second. It is definitely hurt, but not as hurt as the one that is behind you.
Right, okay.
So he's a
And are
little
there
beat up, but
any-
he's not bad.
Are there any more coming out of that hole?
There's a lot of sound coming from the hole, but nothing is directly coming out. You don't feel like the rumbling and things like you had felt before.
Okay, so there's nothing like emerging right now.
Not at the second.
Cool, I'm gonna go hit the one that I went for before. 22!
That hits.
And that is going to be a 6.
Alrighty.
And I'm going to do that again. $14.
14 does hit.
It does. Oh, love that.
It's close though. It's close.
And 8 damage.
8 damage. Alright. Let me see something here.
Lucky 22.
Okay. That is all for you. Then they will each have a turn.
Yep.
That with modifiers I know won't hit you. It will do a second attack. Oh, sweet God. Okay. So the one that you are currently attacking takes one swipe at you and misses. It takes its other swipe and overreaches and hits the one that is flanking you on the other side. Rolled a 1.
Yeah.
God damn! That's fine.
Problem.
Cool. So, that's its 2 attacks. Which is fascinating. The other one is going to turn around and try to hit Gildea, who has now been attacking it. Gildea, as it turns around, it like it like gets hit by the one across from it, and it uses its momentum to turn. And as it turns with this momentum, a sort of deep growl comes from inside of this thing, and the large patch of hair that covers its back, you see it sort of stand up like a dog's, that's in like defense mode, and it just gives this deep as it turns towards you, and it is going to give its attack, its first attack. That absolutely misses. Okay. That also misses. It rolled like shit for all of this. It just starts taking some wild swings at you, and you are able to easily duck out of the way. These large claws coming down and just completely swiping past you. It was not able to connect in any way, and you are up.
Alright. I'm gonna attack it with my Morning Star again.
Go ahead.
Not as good as last time. 14?
That does hit.
Yeah!
You just
Hell
creep,
yeah.
just creep over that line.
Okay. 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And we're gonna attack again.
Uh-oh.
I will say this. Actually, don't the roll you just made means nothing, because that 8 is gonna kill it. So how do you want to do this?
You are so fucking lucky.
I went to do my math, and as I went to do my math, I went, wait a minute, that number's smaller than the other one. What? And I'm done with maths. How do you want to do this?
Okay. So I had my shield up and I'm deflecting a blow of claws, and I rebuffed it with like a shield bash kind of thing, and then bring my mace down and like crush its freaking skull.
That's pretty badass.
And you bring the Morningstar down and slam its skull down into the snow, which puffs up around him, and just red stains around its head as you plow this thing down into the ground, its large body thudding with it. And it is deceased before you. Now, you have a second attack and movement, so if you want to advance on the other one, I will allow that. That other roll you made, I'll say, is null, because I didn't do my math quick enough.
Okay, cool. Very nice DM today.
I will be kind to my subjects occasionally.
So I would like to move closer and flank the one that is attacking Vaza.
Yep, I'll say you all are close enough that you can do that.
Okay, sweet. We're gonna attack that one.
As I said, I have the mental map in my head.
Okay. And I know that an 18 is gonna hit, I'm assuming.
Yeah, 18 will hit.
Because they're the same creature, right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know why I was questioning that. Okay, 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
They're not gonna need us.
We don't know that yet.
Couple of badass bitches.
I don't think they need us ever.
The two of you, go ahead and roll your athletics again.
Wow. Another 15.
I'm lollygagging. That's a 5.
I don't get any modifiers to my athletics. I'm just rolling 15s.
Wow.
Okay.
I don't get modifiers either, so yep.
Alright. I will say that you guys, so I'll say, because there is a lower roll in the spectrum, you guys do make it back to town. Of course, not knowing where the two of them currently are. But you are able to make it back to town and, arrive where you will. I will guess, I'll ask you where you go. Where is like your initial, like, I'm gonna go here. when you get back.
Did they say what they were going to do while we were out?
They did not. I think we were more of, let's get out of here before they start questioning us more.
Right. Well, I mean, I could cast the tracking spell again and try and find them. Or we could just ask around.
Are you sure you want to use one of your spells for that? I'm sure they haven't gone far.
You're probably right.
All right. We'll go back to Vaza. You are up. Oh, let me roll a thing.
Oh.
That's not good.
Isn't it just? Okay, go on.
Okay. So I am aiming at the bloodied one, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Okay, that's not gonna hit. Second, that's not gonna hit either. I got 5 and a and a 12.
Okay. Yeah. They won't. No.
Yeah,
Neither of
okay.
those. All right. Let's see if he can do anything to you. 10. I don't think so.
No.
God, another failure. He's rolling bad. Takes a swipe at you and misses to an extent of like he like swings and his body weight carries him
Okay, yeah.
and moves him out of like the immediate attack range of you. So like
Okay.
he's not in his melee range anymore. Gildea, go ahead.
Alrighty. So I'm still in melee range, right?
Yes. So
Okay.
he moved like closer to you and out of Vaz's immediate reach.
Okay, cool. I'm good with that. Because, I'm just going to try and hit the bitch again. I know that a dirty 20 is going to hit. And that is 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Do I need to attack again?
He ain't
Or is
looking
it-
great. He's alive, but he ain't looking great.
Alright, well, we're going to smack him again. That's another dirty 20.
That's gonna hit him again.
And another 7 points of damage.
Yeah. How do you want to do that?
Well, is there any visible slices that Baza has made with her axe in its hide?
Yeah. So on its shoulder leading into its sort of rib cage, there are significant slashes from the axes coming down and across.
Okay. So I'm gonna bring my mace down right on the joint.
Oh.
And
There is a
Yeah.
sheer crunch and crack as you do. And
Fuck this. Yeah.
this Quaggoth, as you sort of watch its shoulder bend in a direction it shouldn't, sort of wails out this as you slam down, and it attempts to pick itself up, but just sort of collapses under the full weight of what you've done, and it is deceased. The two of you, Azriel and Dorcas, have asked around town, and eventually found your way to the apothecary, who notified you of their direction that they headed in. I'll leave it up to you guys whether you head in that direction or not.
mean, sure.
Yeah, might as well.
Cool. As in Gildea, you're sort of reveling in your victory, so to speak, and the two of them come walking around the side of the hill, which has, by the way, the two of you found it very easy to find it, considering there is smoke pouring out of the holes as a sort of smoke plume coming up. And there are two dead quaggas on the ground, and the two of them standing there.
Well, I see the two of you had an eventful day.
I'm feeling much better.
You didn't eat them, did you?
No.
Does it look like there's any bites taken out of them?
Well,
Is that-
I mean, the one is kind of a gory mess, so I don't know.
Is there still growling? Because we needed 3, right?
Yeah.
There is still growling occurring. And it's
Alright,
funny, you should mention that.
Okay.
The ground shakes again, and you hear this growling intensify as not just coming out of the hole that already existed. Now, more holes being created, piling up through the hill that was there, smoke following them. There's one that jumps out from the hole that was already there. 2 come out from new holes on the hill. And a final one crawls out of the top of the hill and sort of looking down at this sort of scene. Dorcas and Azrael, roll initiative.
$25.
Jesus Christ.
I
That
get +6 to initiative, and I rolled a 19.
so this is with the modifier, but it's another 15.
Alright. And the original numbers that I got were 16 and 6, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. So, with
Hopefully their armor class is below 15. Because that's all I'm rolling lately.
Well, it is, remember? Because I hit him with a 14.
Are these the same things?
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, they
you,
are?
you see they are the same things that are on the ground.
Why is it not like, a bigger one or something?
How flammable is the room we're in?
You're outside.
Where are
We're
we?
out in the
Oh,
open.
outside? Fantastic.
They busted out of the mountain that was on fire, right?
Yeah,
All the stuff that was on fire.
yeah, there
so
was...
you could say it's hot dropping around us.
No,
Oh
you
my
wouldn't say that.
No.
You wouldn't actually say that. It's weird that you'd even think that that was a thing. Alright.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's a thing that happens on Tuesdays.
You would be wrong because it's Tuesday right now, and we're playing D&D.
Hot drop D&D?
We're gonna make a one-shot. After Terribad Tavern and this campaign concludes, Terribad Tavern will bring you hot drop one-shots. Where death is almost guaranteed.
I like it.
Azrael's leading the party in all of those.
Yeah.
Instead of Terribad Tavern brings you Personalon, it's Terribad Tavern brings you hot drop one-shot. Alright, Azrael, you will be first up, and then we'll have one of the Quaggas, and then Vaza and Dorcas.
I mean, I'm going to just run at the closest one and try and stab it with the Trickster's Blade.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, you don't have your rapier.
That is going to be a 15.
That does hit.
Is there any around it? Like,
Yes.
within 5 feet of it?
Within 5 feet, no.
Okay, that means I get sneak attack.
That's so close to be able to sneak attack.
Holy
Uh,
moly.
It's like I get sneak attack, but Phil is right there. Like he's right. I can't touch him, but he's right there.
Doesn't matter.
that's. Wait, hang on. Sorry.
My apologies.
21 damage.
Jesus.
And it was with the Trickster's Blade, so he is bleeding now.
He has bleed effect on him.
Yeah.
Okay, so minus 21 damage. Okay, and I'm gonna put a little thing on him for bleed, and that does how much? 1d4 every turn? I think is the thing.
I think that's what we decided.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just say 1d4.
Cool.
And then Azrael's gonna reach for his rapier and realize it's not there. Ah! So he grabs one of the daggers and tries to plunge at it
All
with
right.
a bonus attack.
I'd like to think of it very much as like a Geralt, like he reaches for it and it's not there. He goes, "Fuck."
That is not going to hit.
What's that?
That would have been a 6 total.
Yeah, nope, that's not gonna do it.
Oh no, that would have been 9 total. Sorry.
Nah, yeah, nope.
Still
So,
not going to hit. And I'm
the-
going to run away.
you're gonna use, I assume your disengage, so you don't get an attack of opportunity.
Since I made a melee attack against it, I don't take attacks of opportunity.
That's right. I fucking forgot about that because you're broken. All right. First quag is going to be up. The first one is going to charge at Vaza because it was the first one that came out. It's kind of the furthest out into this field, and so Vaza, it sees you first, kind of out in the open with Gildea. So it is going to charge you first. That one definitely won't hit. And that one will. 19 without modifiers. So we're gonna go ahead and roll its damage here. 9 damage.
Okay.
That okay sounded concerned. Just okay. You will be up, Vaza, and then Dorcas, you'll be after her.
Okay. I'm gonna return the favor on the one that's just decided to come and grab me. 12?
That will not hit, unfortunately.
Okay. 14.
That will.
Nine
9 damage.
damage.
All right. Okay. Is that for you?
Yeah, that's for me.
Dorcas, you are up. Since Vaza was kind of in a melee, and I know your spells, I'll give you kind of a layout of what's going on. So there are 2 right about next to each other, in front of Vaza and Gildea. There's one a little off to the side, which Azrael is currently faced off with, or was currently faced off with before he removed himself. He has kind of drawn back and is a little closer to you, which is behind the group. So that is the 3 currently in the main battlefield, and then on top of the hill there is another one sort of watching over this that hasn't done anything yet. That is this, spread that you see. Oh, are you muted?
Sorry about that.
Oh, it's all right.
All right. So the 3 that we're currently engaged with are the 3 that I'm targeting.
Okay.
And I have to roll. Do I have to roll for each of them? I'm pretty sure I do.
Are you going for what's it called though?
I'm going for a Scorching Ray.
Gotcha. That's not what I thought it was gonna be, but it's okay.
So it doesn't. Do I only have to do 1 attack then?
How does it specify?
You create 3 areas of fire and hurl them at targets within your range. You can hurl them at 1 target or at several. Make a ranged spell attack for each ray. Okay, yeah. All right,
Gotcha.
so I'm going to target each one of them. So, oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's bad. Okay, well that's okay. So one of them's a natural one. Patty, did you touch these dice?
Why are you talking to me?
I'm
Because
so,
that's a natural 20.
so happy.
And that's a 16. So a 16, a 25 or whatever, and a 1.
Okay, 16, 25, and a 1.
Yeah, then the 25 is a nat 20, so yeah.
Okay. We'll get to that in a moment. I want you to roll me a d6.
Okay. 3.
Got it. Go ahead and roll your damages.
Okay. So this is for the first one that was not good.
This is going to be for the natural one.
Yep, that's all right. That's only a 4.
Okay.
This is now the 20, which I will double.
Yep. Once you have your full number, double that.
Okay, that's a 12.
Okay.
And then the other one that's just regular is an 11.
Okay. What was the first one you said it was 4?
4, yeah. I rolled really crappy, which is good.
Okay. So you send out these scorching rays coming from your staff, and the lines sort of weave, and, you can manipulate the direction that your spells go, which is how they're able to do this. They sort of weave between the battlefield, but your aim is just a little off. And, Gildea, you are struck in the back by a burning ray, and you will take 4 damage.
Sorry.
Hey, I've seen this one.
Oh, gosh.
Right. Any other attacks for you?
No.
Okay. We're going to do a quick run through. I've got 3 of the Quaggoths, and then Gildea, you will be up, so I'll try to do the attacks pretty fast. So, just sort of pretend the thing here. The first one that is going to be up is going to attack you, Gildea, because that one is directly in front of you. That's a 19. Without modifiers, I assume that hits, unless you have a really high armor class. Then I can tell you the modified version.
No.
That hits?
Yes.
Okay. So that will hit, and 6 damage. It'll take a second swing. That definitely won't hit. So it takes first swing and does catch you. The second one does not. This next one is... Okay, so this is the one that has bleed on it. So, Azrael, go ahead and roll your...
If I can pick it up.
The little pyramids, man.
2.
2? Okay. That's fine. And the bleed is still in effect until it is fixed, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So that one is going to charge you, seeing that you have run away, and is going to make its attack as it approaches you. 13.
13 does not hit.
Okay. It will make a second attack to attempt to alleviate that miss. 14.
14 does not hit.
All right. It does not strike you. It's to make its attacks a little early as it claws at you, unable to fully reach you as you run away. Now, the one on top of the hill is going to begin rushing down the hill. Its movement is enough to get into the fray. It is kind of between where the one fighting you, Azrael, and the one fighting you, Gildea, is. Not like a direct line, like it is a triangle shape, like a right angle. So you can go from one to the next to the next. but that is where it ends up as it gets down into the fray. It's not close enough to hit anybody, so now we'll have Gildea's turn, and then we'll be back at the top with Azriel.
Okay. I guess I'm going to attack the. Well, actually, no. Hang on. We're going to. We're going to use Divine Smite.
Everyone knows you play a paladin and imbue your weapon with various flavors of smite.
Yes. So. Oh, wait. Sorry. Branding Smite. That's the right one.
Branding smite.
Here, I don't know. There's both. Okay, so to cast it is a bonus action, so I'm going to do that first. So we're casting that. It is on myself. Duration is 1 minute. Next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before the spell ends, the weapon gleams with astral radiance as you strike. Attack deals extra 2d6 radiant damage to the target,
God damn.
which becomes visible if it is invisible, but I don't think these are
No, you can see them pretty well. They're hard to miss.
invisible. Big ugly fuckers. I'm getting my
So
d6s out.
the spikes and tines on your Morningstar are what glow, right? When you imbue a weapon with radiance. All right. So making sure that was a consistency with what you were doing.
Uh-huh. Okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna do that and then attack the one that, I guess did damage to me, because it was
The one
you
that,
did damage to me first, and then it was one of them.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna go with a 19 plus whatever is gonna hit.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna roll this. That's gonna be 6 points of piercing damage
Okay.
and 8 additional radiant damage.
So 16 total? No.
No,
8.
6 and 8.
6 and 8. I added 8 and 8 for some reason.
Okay, so 14.
14. That's right. Okay. I'm so bad at maths. Got it. Okay.
So that's attack 1.
You,
Now I'm gonna do it again.
I'm gonna do it again.
No, I'm not.
what'd you get?
Probably that's a 10.
Yeah, no, that doesn't do it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That feels bad, bud. I apologize.
That's okay.
That's rough, buddy.
Azriel, you're up. Back at the top of the order.
Alright,
We'll
the
then
one-
go to the next one.
The one that struck at me.
Yep.
The audacity. I'm
Blade.
going to strike at it with the Trickster's Blade again.
Okay.
That is going to be a 26 to hit.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
I'm assuming that it is still not within 5 feet of its friends.
No.
Okie dokie.
But Phil is right there.
I'm gonna re-roll that die from my piercer feat. That's better.
really glad you're on our team.
That is 22 damage.
22.
What was it before that?
It was I rolled a 1 and I rolled a 7 on this one, so.
Oh.
Wait.
20. Wait, you got 22 when you
Hold
rolled...
on.
So
Yeah,
you
do
rolled
the
a
math for me.
15.
Okay. I have a 7 on my D8.
Yes,
One of my D6s is a 5, another is a 4, and another is a 6.
because sneak attack. Because you roll 3d, you roll 3d6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
But your
shit.
D7, but your D8, you rolled a 1, and you're like, I want to do more than that. And so you're like, I'm going to do 22 instead of 15.
It doesn't cost me anything. I get to re-roll
I know.
one die.
I'm
Every
just saying,
turn.
would he have killed this thing?
Yes!
before re-rolling?
Yes! It's dead! How do you want to do that? First off, there's a part of me that's like, I'm gonna have to kill Azrael. But that same part of me is like, no, it's Patty. He'll just make another fucking Azrael. And it won't stop. This same shit's gonna happen. So I can't even be like, I'll kill Azrael and it'll be fine. I can't. Azrael doesn't die. Patty is Azrael. Azrael is Patty. It won't fucking stop. This
It
is
doesn't
just...
bother you when I pull off like massive amounts of damage. Why does this bother you?
Cause you don't always pull off massive amounts of damage. You fuck up. You hit your own teammates. You miss. Shit like that happens. Your spell fizzles. Azrael is either like, I slam my face into the wall, or, so how many of them can I kill with one hit? And it's like, God damn it.
Yeah.
So
With-
I would like to.
Yeah,
I would
go.
like to stab the blade into its neck, and then jump on its back, and and then slide down its back, and run towards the others.
Like
Jesus
Flintstone
Christ.
style.
Like fucking Peter Pan sliding down the mast. Like fucking, oh my god. Yeah, okay, it's brutal, but yeah. So you're able to do this sort of stab and swing yourself onto its back, and it lurches back to try to get you off as the stab occurs, and you just use gravity to drag yourself down and sever the back of this beast as it falls beneath you, and you turn and you head towards the fucking other one, the one that ran down from the mountain.
My face hurts right now.
And I'd say that with your movement, you can make it that far.
Okay. I'm
Um,
going to stab at that one with my dagger. That is going to be a 21 to hit.
Of course. Because why wouldn't it be?
And that's going to be 4 damage.
Does 22 and then 4.
Okay.
Milder.
Jesus Christ. Alright. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I've got one up and then Vaza and then Dorcas. So, the one in front of you, Vaza, is going to attack you. That is the one that is currently up.
Quick question.
Go ahead.
Is that creature okay. Is Vaza within 5 feet of me?
Yes.
You said that's who the creature is targeting?
Yes.
Okay, I would like to impose disadvantage on the attack roll.
Okay. I will
Stop
say...
protecting her with my shield.
I will say then I can roll again, but yeah, it ain't gonna hit. So that's its first attack. Do you only oppose damage or impose that on one or both if it has a multi attack?
One reaction says for the action type. So
Okay.
I'm guessing maybe once per. Didn't we talk about this before? Because you have something similar, Patty, right?
Yeah, so you get one reaction per turn, so it'd be for one attack.
Okay.
Okay.
So if it has a second attack, you can't do that. So at least that one is kept off of Vaza.
Yay!
So this next one, yeah, Um, 21.
Yeah.
Not a nat 20, so that's good at least. 7 damage.
I'm
Um,
a bit, I'm a little bit tired. I'm a little bit bloody right now.
so it strikes at you, but the intimidation from the shine of Gildea's weapon throws it off and is unable to hit you the first time, but the second time it comes in with its other claw and does get a good strike in, and you will be up and in your response, and then Dorcas, you'll be after that.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna hit that one. That's just hit me.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's gonna hit. 24.
Absolutely.
And that is 18 damage.
God damn!
Yeah.
Is it still alive?
Let me check, because I'm bad at maths. No, I'm pretty sure it's still alive.
Okay, we're gonna go again.
Yeah.
16
To hit?
to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And 14 damage.
God damn. Yeah, it ain't looking great, but it's still alive.
Okay.
Alright. And that is your turn.
That is my turn.
Alright. Dorcas, you're up, and then we'll have a couple of the monsters.
Okay. Dirty 20 to attack.
That will hit.
Yay.
What you got going here?
I'm going to cast a Ray of Frost,
Mm-hmm.
since fire doesn't really seem to be cooperating right now. 8 points of frost damage, and it's also its speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay, which one are you aiming at?
Isn't there only one that's down by us that's still alive?
So Azrael killed that one. That's the one he like ran down the back of, and then the 3 of them are all roughly the same distance away, like away from you at the final 3.
Is there one that's still overlooking everything?
That one ran down the hill.
Oh, and
Yes.
so has that one taken? Which one did Vaza hit?
The one that Vaza hit was the first one that came out when you guys arrived.
Okay, let's
Hmm?
do that one. Let's
Okay.
do that one.
And you said how much damage?
8.
Okay. How would you like to do this?
Oh, okay. So Dorcas holds his staff up, gathers his will into his staff, lets out a rather shaky sounding Infriga, and fires this bolt of frost at this thing.
This bolt of frost flies across the battlefield and sort of lobs over your shoulder, Vaza, and strikes this thing in the face. It sort of shakes its head to the side and stumbles back as it collapses and falls dead. So is that all for your turn?
Yes.
Okay, we'll have a couple quick turns for the last 2 monsters standing, and then we will see where it goes from there. So, Gildea, the one in front of you, is going to strike at you. Let's see if it can get going again. 15. Nope. Alright. It is going to try it again just cause why not? If 15 didn't hit, that sure won't. Taking swings, absolutely missing. So, Azrael, you noticed something about the one that you charged at that had run down the hill. All of these things have had kind of a pale blue color in their fur. This one is much deeper, a darker color, with its fur and skin. And as it looks and sees the one get struck by the frost and collapse, it turns and rushes toward the one that is still standing in front of Gildea. I need to look at something. Apologies, everyone. I should have had this up already, and I forgot to.
Intelligent.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
You will, I believe. Give me a moment here. I may be describing this wrong, because I think it's supposed to happen this way, but I need to look at something. Go in the wrong direction. Ah. Yes, okay, so you will get an attack of opportunity.
That is 23 to hit.
Yeah, it does.
That's going to be 10 damage.
Okay. It will take that then. Yeah, as it runs away, you get a good cut in with your dagger, able to slice along its side as it runs. It rushes up to the other one that is currently faced off with Gildea, and as it does, sort of skids to a stop, and its very large claw hits the side of this creature. As it does,
No.
give me a moment here. If I can find it. Okay. As it sort of strikes this other Quaggoth with its large paw, a bright sort of blue light comes from its hand, and as the sort of bright light happens, you see Gildea in front of you. Some of the holes and scratches that had come from your mace on this one seem to seal up as a deep growl sort of comes from it in a sort of like a soothing, relaxed growl. And it will then take a swing at you. Not the one that was healed, the one that seemed to have done the healing. Will take a swing at you since it is here. It definitely won't hit. And that will be that one's turn. So you are up. You have two of them on you right now, or at least in front of you.
I would like to attack whichever one has taken more damage.
Okay. That would seemingly be the one in front of you, the original one.
Well, actually, no, maybe not. I think I want to attack the blue one if that one is in range. Instead.
Yes, it would be.
Okay. Cool. About an 18.
That will hit.
Yes. Okay. Nice. Yay. Alright, so that is 17, right? Yeah. 20. Well, okay, so I probably should say 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then 9 of the radiant damage for 20 total.
Got you. Okay. Cool. Alright. Yeah. You hit him hard.
Yay! I'm gonna do it again. Hopefully. Oh. I'm gonna go with a 14. Probably doesn't hit the blue one.
It will actually.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Sweet. Fuck yeah. Okay. We've got 6 points of piercing damage and 6 points of radiant damage.
So 12 in total.
Yes.
How do you want to do this?
I get to cure it.
You get to kill it. It.
You know? So the first strike, I want to like use my mace and like kind of slice it down the side of its belly almost to try and like open up some cuts.
Alrighty.
And then for the second one, I think I'm gonna like then imagine I would hit like on its like where its pelvis would be if it were like a human.
Gotcha. Just gonna crush what would be its dick.
Yep.
And you do. You strike it, and it sort of tumbles backwards, giving you the prime opportunity to just, you know, county fair bell game this thing. And it will never have children. If there were any hopes that it would. Yeah, it's dead. We're back to the top of the order with Azrael, and then Vaza and Dorcas. If he doesn't fucking kill this one.
I'm gonna run at that one, and I assume that's the one right next to Gildea, right?
Yep.
Okay. That's a natural 1. I'm gonna use my inspiration to re-roll that.
Okay. Make sure you take that off anywhere you've ever written it.
I did. And that's going to be a 22.
22.
I'm just gonna put these dice I got out of the way.
You hear all the dice rolling?
I'm gonna re-roll that one.
Just the sound of rain.
Raining down the damage.
That's gonna be 20 damage.
20
Trickster's
damage.
Blade.
Yep. Okay.
And with a bonus attack, I will strike at it with my dagger. That's a natural 20.
It's dead. You can roll damage to see how much you do, if you wanted, but it's dead.
Does not matter how.
Yeah, I healed it, hoping this wouldn't happen, and it happened.
Hopes and dreams crushed. I get to say how I want to kill this one?
Absolutely, yeah. How do you want to do this?
Okay. So I want to stick him with the Trickster's Blade and then stick him with the dagger like in the back and the kidneys.
Oh my
And
God.
then I just want to keep doing that, and you can kind of see that rage of Azrael kind of shine through again as you just keep stabbing and stabbing and stabbing.
Yeah. So Azrael rushes this one that has been fighting you, Gildea, and like almost with a strength that Azrael's never really shown. This beast that, though it is, humanoid size, its broadness, its heaviness, with a single stab topples it, and then with the other just starts laying into this creature, stabbing and stabbing, to the point it gets quiet, and the only thing you can really hear is the tss, tss, tss of the stab happening. Azrael, before you black out, you sort of realize, like, it's dead and it's not moving. And you are able to stop yourself and don't lose entire control.
But he's gonna black out.
No, he doesn't
Oh.
full. I'll say Azrael, like, yeah, all the signs show that this would be a blackout moment. Azrael, of course, never remembers these blackout moments, but it you don't go that far. Like Azrael, you're able to pull yourself and be like, oh, it's dead. Like to you, it's not like a blackout moment. It's just like a, oh, I killed it. Okay. But to all of you, of course, you just see this sort of, you know, some not scrawny but slimmer elven man topple this large, quaggoth, and then just start stabbing it a couple too many times.
I think you're good there.
Right. So this this dark blue one. You think we'll get paid extra for it?
I don't know. We can try. I do like the color though. I'm gonna start skinning all of them because I want to take their pelts.
Okay, interesting. Roll me survival.
Isn't that one? Oh,
Okay. You're able to get clippings. You don't get, so these things pelts, one by itself would probably be enough to make like a coat. And the fur and hair that was on their back is very thick, and could be quite warm and insulating. But because you've never done this before, it's hard to kind of get the cuts the right way. You end up, oh, this section of skin was weaker than the last one. The fur's a little too tough here, and you rip through it too much. Out of all that you get from them, you would say you have maybe one total pelt just in pieces.
okay, cool.
So you ordered these pelts from Wish.
Yeah.
I hear they're getting better.
And then we need to do I think someone else should cut out the glands because clearly I'm not very good at the dissection.
Oh, you needed glands? As I
Yeah.
when I kind of mutilated.
Yeah, that was the purpose of coming up here and culling these creatures.
Whoops.
So yeah, but I think we only needed 3 of them, or the glands from 3 of them. So we still have enough.
Well, I'll leave you to it.
You're the one with the blade, dude.
She has a point.
It's a sharp one too.
Do you want me to cut these out?
Yes. Unless you're going to loan us your blades.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Go ahead and roll me survival, Azrael.
That's a 10.
Okay. Yeah. It's not exactly precise. Of course, the guy who told them where the glands were gave them a rough estimation. They give you a rough estimation, and it's the one that you open the back of is easier because you've already kind of gained entrance. But the rest of them, it's not pretty. It's not easy. You definitely, presuming such a messy job, you would probably take off your coat for something like this, because you and your fancy coat. There's definitely, like, you gotta dig in there to the point where there's beast blood kind of up your arm to your elbows, trying to find where this gland is. Eventually you are able to find the glands and pull them out. Not the cleanest, cut up job, but you do get them.
Yeah, how messy does his clothes get?
Let me see. Bad. The let's see here. Let me see this picture of you. Your white neckerchief that you kind of wear is ruined. Your undershirt sleeves are definitely stained where it got hit, and your pants are wet, but you don't know if that's from the snow on the ground or the blood. It
I
is
am not
gross.
happy.
But yeah, so you guys collect these things from the Quaggas and begin your march back over the hill to town.
Again, you could have loaned us your blade.
And have you mess it up? I think not.
Really? Really?
Well, that is where we will end tonight's session, guys. It's a good place to stop with a nice victory. Headed back to town with your, spoils of essentially job well done. It went good. Vaz was pretty hurt, but I would say out of the past missions you guys have had, it went pretty well.
How you doing, Vaza?
I think I need a sleep. A long rest would be perfect right now.
We will see about that next time, of course. Since this session is over, I want to thank all of you who came out and hung out with us. Again, it was so great to see so many of you in chat, and I know I don't really, say a lot just because I'm doing a lot of describing and stuff. I apologize for that, but it is really great to see everyone. You can check me out throughout the week. I'll be here. I think I'm gonna stream Friday just because I didn't do my normal stream today. But we'll see about that when we get there. I'm not so sure. You can check the guys below me out, all of them. They all have channels. You can check them out. Patty's been kind of in between streaming. We got him back for a minute, and then he stopped. So we'll see what happens. But Mystic at Mystic Raven 13, Mystic Raven underscore 13 has a stream. You got anything special going on there, Mystic? Or just going through your usual runs?
Well, we completed the Tomb Raider on hard at 100%. Thank you.
Awesome.
Nerd for that. So we completed that one. So we're starting the second one tomorrow. So yeah, we're gonna do the continuation of the Tomb Raiders. So that.
Are you playing that one on hard?
I don't know. I've never actually played that one, so we'll see what happens. I'm assuming that someone may redeem something. In which case, I might end up doing so. Who knows? It's a mystery, one that I think I know the answer to, but still a mystery.
I don't know. I might be like, you're gonna play on super easy mode now.
To play on super easy mode and just one tap people.
Breeze through it.
just blow in their direction. Ooh.
So definitely go check that out if you like the Tomb Raider series. Definitely gonna be fun, especially if you're experiencing the second one for the first time. It's always great watching someone play through those games for the first time, because I'm gonna tell you what, partway through the series, Tomb Raider takes a hard left turn, and like in terms of what story is about, from what I remember at least. So it's gonna be cool.
Awesome, love that.
Nerds, you guys, you have the. Go
ahead. We have the celebration of 700 followers on the 19th. So that
700-hour stream.
700-minute stream. Which is roughly 12 hours.
Gonna do like 9 to 9 or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so there'll be a lot of fun with that. Everything that it depends on what happens leading up to Sunday as to what all happens in that stream.
Yeah.
Because based off people's interaction with your guys' channel right now depends on what you do during that, right?
That as well, yeah,
Yeah.
because there could be pain in that stream.
Yeah.
Because you guys have additional like sub goals and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also got something in the mail today, which could be unveiled in that stream.
Yeah.
Look at that shit-eating grin
Is
over
that
there.
what I think it is?
Yeah, Mystic, I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
So you guys should absolutely go to their channel, check them out, all leading up to that date, because it like they have other stretch goals and stuff leading up to the stream that will determine on some of the segments and stuff that they have going on in the stream. Of course, they have other goals for their channel just by itself, but go check them out. Go check out Mystic, watch her play Tomb Raider. Lot of fun. We're gonna convince Patty to start streaming here again, hopefully, because he came back and then he abandoned us, and I'm upset about it. But
I mean, he said he'd come back for a Sekiro race, but right now, oh god.
that'll be a thing. We'll get to that. You're also cruising through freaking Dark Souls. I saw the clip. We have our own little chat that we all talk in, and there was a clip that was put in there about he was shit talking a Dark Souls boss, and the fact that you got so confident that you could shit talk a Dark Souls boss means that you're
Oh.
doing great.
Oh, that wasn't shit talking. That was a redeem that I had to serenade that boss.
It was good. I loved
Would
it.
redeem that?
So definitely go check that out. That's always fun watching Mr. Nerd Rage. But yeah, yes, August 19th. The date in my head and then I forgot to say it. But for me personally, I got my usual streams going on. I might start, if this becomes a consistent thing, this Tuesday thing, I might start streaming on Fridays. We don't know. We're all figuring out schedules right now because this whole month is going to be weird into next month. So we'll update you as we have it. But go check out their other channels, because even if this doesn't happen, other stuff is happening on other channels, so go look that stuff up. I'm gonna do my own little pitch right here real quick. If you guys don't know my YouTube channel is out there. I just uploaded a video that I edited with the first time I ever used this DaVinci program, and go check it out and see if you like it. And if you like it, comment on it and let me know, because I want to do more like it. But if it's not good, then I'm not going to. And if it's not good, tell me. I won't be heartbroken. I know that I've never done this before, so go check it out. But yeah, thank you all for being here and hanging out with us. We will see you guys next time in Terribad Tavern. Safe rolls, everybody. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
We are